Hey, good morning, and welcome to On the Spot 947, where we sit down and have a little chat, a little tete-a-tete with some of the biggest and talented names in the arts and the industry in the hopes of influencing and changing the world. Yes, because you can do that. Okay, so today we have a singer, a producer, a multi instrumentalist, and a vocal arranger. Now, he has studied abroad in New York, one of my favorite cities to go to, and hopes to apply what he's learned there in his music career over here that is slowly taking off. So say hello and good morning to JMKO.
Hello guys, my name is JMKO and good morning to everyone.
Hey, good morning. Welcome
Hello
to
DJ. Hi DJ Kat.
welcome to On the Spot. Nice to have you here. I'm so glad that you could make it.
Thank
And
you.
I take it that this is not your first time on radio, or is your first time on radio?
It's my first time here on Mellow. Actually.
Okay,
Yeah, so
alright.
I'm really grateful and thankful.
Always first time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always, I'm sure there's got to be a different kind of feeling when you hear your song being played
Yeah,
on radio for the
totally.
very first time. Can you tell us about that first time?
It's pretty weird for me because I'm not just the singer of any single that I release, but I also produce it. So it's kind of weird that like every kind of element, every music element that I put into that song is being played on the radio. So
Right.
it's not just my voice that I hear. Parang sobrang ano lang, like it's very fulfilling at the same time. So like all those hours, ganun, parang it's what keeps me going.
Right.
Yeah.
And because you're the one behind it,
Yeah.
you're the one who produced it, not only sang it, but also did the instrumentation and all that. And as any creative person would know, we can sometimes be our own worst critic. I mean,
Yes,
for others,
true.
like, it's a good product. What are you
Yeah.
complaining about? But no, something needs to be tweaked. Something needs to be,
Yeah.
made better. Do you sometimes find yourself doing that, criticizing your own stuff?
Yes, a lot of times, and especially when I do every bit of the song. Like I have no one to like collaborate with. But I mean, like like sometimes I prefer collaborating with someone, but there are times when like I like creating it on my own.
Okay.
And so I actually asked my brother because he's like my biggest critic.
Okay.
My brother like he studies
Family members are
Yeah.
usually our.
he studies art in the school in Benil, so like he's very like he's such a critic sa mga ginagawa ko.
Cool. And when you, as I said, when you present your work for the very first time, there's a different validation that you get, and validation can go through
Yes.
different levels. Let's say the validation that you wrote your first song, whether that be you wrote it in your head or you wrote it on paper. The validation that you get to hear your song arranged and recorded, and then listening to the finished product, and then the validation that you are a recording artist when your song gets to be played on radio. Do you believe that validation is something that you get from the outside, or should you learn how to validate yourself first from the inside?
Yeah, I think I have to validate myself first from the inside because if I don't trust myself, like whenever I create songs, then I can't expect other people to trust my art.
Right.
So
You gotta
parang-
love your own art, of
yeah.
course. That's a given.
And it's still a learning process for me. But I enjoy the process because like it's what keeps me going and it's how I learn through this industry. So yeah, I just enjoy it. Yun talaga.
Good. I mean, you really gotta enjoy what you do. If not, then pass the job on to someone else,
Yeah,
right?
actually very I don't know, pressure because like this is my like first year ko pa lang in Star Music and they allow me to create my songs already, like to produce and everything.
Good. They trust you enough.
Yeah.
They trust your vision enough.
Pero sobrang pressure po, but I'm really thankful for that. Yeah.
Well, pressure is good. It forces you to rise above whatever it is that's
Yes.
right in front of you. Scale the wall if you have to. But still on the subject of validation, and then I will let you go on that particular subject. But you got validated earlier on in college when you auditioned and you became part of the De La Salle Inner Soul.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the pop vocal group of De La Salle University in Manila. Hope you don't mind a little reminiscing on a Throwback Thursday. Can you tell us a little bit of that experience?
I would say that's the reason why I shifted to music. Because
So your course was
yeah,
exactly.
I took accounting in DLSU for my
Oh, you just gotta love numbers.
for my first 2 years.
Okay.
Then I shifted to another business course because when I entered DLSU, that's when I entered De La Salle Inner Soul as well.
Oh, right.
So medyo yung time ko hindi na balance. That's why I had to shift to another course. And then finally, actually during my DLSU years, I had to join this contest from another network.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when my time like got messed up then again. And then
Right, right.
that's when I also decided to shift to music.
And
So
just when you thought that artists do not have a problem with time
yeah.
management, no.
But I'm really thankful for De La Salle Inner Soul because they led me to where I am now.
Right, right. And you know, the good thing about one thing leading to another, following that experience, you also represented the country in the ASEAN Jazz
yeah.
Festival in Malaysia. And you also bagged a Gawad Raya Award for the
yeah,
most promising
true.
performer in. Am I dating?
I've already seen that.
Most promising performance, solo singing. As I said, you mentioned about pressure. I can only imagine the pressure. Also having to perform abroad and represent the country. How
Yep.
did you deal with that pressure?
I actually just enjoyed it because
Because some
I
people
was
have already the minimal amount of pressure just to go on stage and to, I don't know, recite a speech or sing the national anthem. But yours is obviously much different than that.
I think it's more of trusting yourself, trusting your talent. Because if you do, then you won't have any problem, or you won't like feel any pressure. Especially when I was with my school going to Malaysia.
Okay.
That was in Malaysia for the jazz festival, and I felt like I wasn't alone. So I didn't really feel that much pressure.
Right. I mean, you're with fellow, singer songwriters and all, and as I say, you're with members of your tribe.
Yes, yes.
So you wouldn't really feel too, too distant
Yep.
from what it is that you've gotten accustomed over here. How we wish that we can have something like that as well locally,
yeah,
right?
that's
I mean, yeah, we do have different music festivals. You have Malasimbo and some other festivals, pocket festivals. But it would be great if, just like what we do with the SEA Games this
yeah,
year,
true.
that we can actually sponsor and hold a high profile music festival.
absolutely.
Paris, you have the Montreux Jazz Festival, which is another one. So it'll be great. Still on the subject of pressure, they say that one of the tools, one of the best tools that you can do, if in case you feel that the pressure is way too much, is to go back to basics. So like back to your roots, back to your foundation, and whatever was inculcated to you when you were growing up. So I was wondering, was there any form of music that your parents introduced you to or played in the house a little bit more when you were growing up?
I would say siguro Carpenters. Are you familiar?
Ah, yes.
'Cause they would always play
all our
Carpenters.
parents love the Carpenters.
And that's why when I first joined my very first competition in school, I had to sing a Carpenter song.
That
That
was
was
Superstar?
it's you.
Oh, yeah, okay,
by the
okay.
Carpenters.
All right.
So I think, but I wouldn't say they pressured me to listen to a certain kind of genre. They were very supportive, like all the way.
Which is great.
So-
It pays to have great and supportive parents.
So I started actually with singing ballad, and then when I was a teenager, I started singing R&B and soul. So
Good. And even if, let's say, the music that your parents introduce you to or keep playing around the house is not the kind of music that we end up loving,
Yep.
I feel that it trains and it also prepares you for some earlier conditioning. That is that you, as a person, you get to be more open to other kinds of music out there that will be more, aggressive in terms of opening you up and pursuing that. And from the genre that you've chosen to be in, seems that you've picked the right one for yourself. As you previously released a single called Isla.
Yep,
I liked it. It's catchy. It has that
Thank
chill
you.
island vibe of a song. So how did that song came to be written?
honestly, I was in Boracay that time.
Okay, that
Yeah.
solves it. That says it all. So.
And like I was just inspired by everything I saw in Boracay. And of course the tropical vibe that was in it. And
Right.
me as a producer, I wanted to create something that's very Jonas Blue, if you're familiar.
Jonas
Yeah,
Blue,
so,
yep.
I actually inspired it from it was inspired from Mama by Jonas Blue.
Okay.
So that's why I came up with these.
All right. Very good. Very good.
And that was my first single under Star Music, and as a solo artist, because I was part of a boy band before.
Yes, yes. For those who follow you and also are familiar with your work, they know that you also have another song that was this time around part of a soundtrack
Yes.
of a TV series that's aired on I Want TV. It's called Mga Batang Paws.
Yes.
That's the name of the show. But the song was called Ano Nga Ba Tayo. The song is one that I feel everybody can relate to in terms of, let's say, wanting labels put into a relationship. But the song was originally sung by Jonathan Vera.
Yes, Joy.
Right? And so how were you chosen to sing that version? Or was there a specific selection process wherein you guys voted for a song and you had to put your vote into it? So how was the selection process?
Well, the I Want series, Ang Mga Batang Paws, it's about HIV awareness. So it's the cast is an all male cast.
Okay.
And they had to, like, with the soundtrack of it, they had to create an all male soundtrack, like
Right.
a male version of
Oh,
another song.
okay,
That's why
okay.
they came up with
Alright,
Ano Nga Ba
alright.
Tayo, originally by Jonah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Sir Jonathan from Star Music.
Jonathan Manalo?
Yes, asked me to sing.
Okay.
Ano Nga Ba Tayo. And
Jonathan is so busy these days.
Yeah,
Then again,
he-
when has he ever been not busy?
he's in Europe right now.
Yeah, oh, see?
So hi to Sir Jonathan.
Well, you know, he can reward himself because he's so busy. So yeah,
Yeah.
go to Europe, go to Paris, check out the Louvre. It's also great that earlier songs are revisited. Let's say, given new meaning or a new life for a new audience. Nothing beats the thrill for me of discovering, let's say, a new song that no one has heard before, or one that is waiting to find its audience. Speaking of new, you do have a new song that's called Timeless, and I'd leave you to tell us more about that song.
Alright, so Timeless is the official advocacy song of our Miss Universe 2019 Philippines, Gazini Ganados, and it's about the elderly care. So that's her advocacy for Miss Universe, and her camp, Kagandahang Flores, approached me to create the song for this video,
Okay.
for the official video. And at first, I was really challenged with the topic of the song because it's not the usual. It's not the usual topic that you
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
in,
that's
in a
right.
song. Like it's mostly hugot or love songs, but at the same time, I had to think of my personal experiences with my grandparents, and that's how I came up with Timeless, and also produced, arranged it, and that's when Gazini also heard the song and she got thrilled about it.
I
She
think
was
it's I think it's also easier for us Filipinos to tap into that because it's part of our culture that whenever we reach a certain age, it's our time to do a little bit of payback to our parents or grandparents. And not like other countries wherein I have no time to take care of my folks. I put them in an old folks home or whatever. So I'm sure that touches a nerve, and which is also good to kind of like shed a light into that and capitalize on what we do for our elders. It's awesome to have a song to be part of a movie or TV soundtrack, and I'm sure that it was also a different high for you, knowing that your song is going to be used on that level. Yeah. But when you write, I wonder which comes first. Would that be the music or the lyrics?
Definitely music, because
Okay.
I'm more of the music side than lyric side. Because I don't know, I'm not much of a lyricist.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. Or if you can look for another lyricist, that's also good, and that will open you up to
Yeah,
collaborations.
but I'm continuously learning. and-
Yeah. It's all that. Where do you write best?
Oh, like exactly where?
Yeah. Like some people.
I would say-
I write in my room and all the shutters are closed, the lights closed, just one candle, or
I would say at a coffee shop or
okay.
somewhere busy, because if I write in my room, I would end up sleeping.
Yeah, or if you write in the kitchen, you'll end up eating.
Yeah.
If you write best in a coffee shop, where do you write the least? Like the one place that you know that so many distractions, I cannot write here.
I would say in my bedroom.
Which is that?
Or anywhere in my house.
Do I sleep? Do I put on the DVD? Do I read? Do I rearrange my room or
Yeah.
whatever?
So actually, like, make an effort to drive all the way to the coffee shop just to write. And then-
Which is good. I mean, J.K. Rowling had to write in a coffee shop, and look where that got her. We got Harry Potter today. It's also great in this digital age. Listenership can be quantified. You think we'd ever be embracing physical CDs again? I mean, it's all digital these days.
I would say kind of yes, kasi like it's all in a circle. Like we all
Yeah.
go back to
Right,
what we
it's
had
cyclical.
before.
Vinyl is back,
Mhm.
but it's more expensive.
So it's not impossible to go back
Yeah,
to CDs.
to
yeah.
physical. Yeah, so I'm more for physical CDs as well. If you had your choice of artists to collaborate, who would probably be your top three?
Top three would be Jonah. Jonah.
Yeah, give it.
Wait, I
Give
would
it to
say
Jonah.
Jonah, Sarah Geronimo,
Mm-hmm.
and JR.
JR.
Yeah.
I
Pretty-
hear a little bit of JR in your songs.
Thank you.
That's for OPM. Let's say if it's foreign, top three. Who do you think?
Okay. I would say Jonas Blue,
Okay,
Mark E. Vasey, and
please say Ryan Tedder.
right. I want to say Pentatonics.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I'm a big acapella fan. so-
Yeah. Great. Good choices. If people want to know more about your songs and about you and what keeps you busy, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's at JMKO underscore music. So that's 4 letters JMKO.
Okay, there's no
And-
I there, so
yeah,
and
no
there's
I.
no A there either.
And on Facebook, that's JMKO. So.
Okay, any upcoming gigs?
Everything is online. I don't have it on my phone right now, but I would be posting updates and everything online. Just follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and of course, Star Music, Star
Alright.
Music PH.
Perfect. So what's next for you, JMKO?
I'm really excited for 2020 because just recently I recorded a song in the US.
Nice, another song.
Yeah, with the same producer with Inigo Pascual. So really excited for that because it's gonna be released next year. And another song for a teleserie on ABS-CBN. So hope you guys watch out.
Wow, that's great. And we talk about productivity. Just out of curiosity, anything different that recording studios do there as compared to what they do here?
Sobrang daming difference. But I would say it's how they work in the US. They're very particular with what they want.
Okay.
And sobrang fast-paced sila dun. Like they want to get things done right away.
Okay.
So, and which like I think we are slowly applying here. I think it's best that we also experience it here sa Philippines music industry. So
Right. Well, if you can churn one song a day,
yeah,
then in 7 days a week, then by the end of the week you have a full album. So hey, who knows?
but I can't do that.
Yeah, you'll kill yourself doing that. But thank you, JMKO, for dropping
you so
by.
much, guys.
It's been a pleasure. And of course, in a little bit, he's going to be singing that advocacy song of Gazzini, which is timeless when we come back. So you can always drop by anytime. You're
Yes,
always
for sure.
welcome.
Thank you.
So till the next time, this has been Kaz for On the Spot 947, and I cannot wait to see and to find the next artist that we put on the spot. Keep it locked here, where all hits. We all sound good. Mellow 947. Have a good one, everybody.